Welcome to God Works Weekly. I'm Jeff Eisner. As we head back from Frankenmuth and the Best Practices Heartland Conference, we're excited to share a special conversation with the Executive Global Director of the Pastoral Leadership Institute in Ben Haupt, where he shares some of the new initiatives that they have ready and what they're all about.
Pastoral Leadership Institute is an organization that trains people in missionary leadership skills around the world. One of the things that we are most known for is that we train pastors and spouses together because that does not happen at seminaries. PLI is not a seminary. We're not about the kind of initial formation of pastors or ministry leaders. What we're about is continuing education for pastors and spouses, and also not just pastors and spouses, but also key ministry leaders. So I know a ton of congregations across the country that are smaller. Maybe they can't afford a pastor full time. Maybe their part-time pastor has now retired, and maybe they can't call a new pastor because there's such a pastoral shortage. So what is a congregation of 50 or 100 or even 25 people, lay people gathering together on a Sunday morning? What are they to do? Well, they usually look toward a couple of key ministry leaders in the congregation who've kind of kept the congregation going. And PLI is excited to bring forward a new model where we're going to be able to welcome ministry leaders like that alongside pastors and spouses into our leadership training so that they can get some training. Some of these lay leaders, they're keeping the church going, and yet they've not been to seminary. They listen to a lot of sermons. They went to a lot of Bible studies. They've maybe read a few books. They love the church, but they're eager for training. We're excited to come alongside of them.
Ben, give us a little history behind PLI and how it all came about.
PLI started among the largest congregations of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. There were about 40 of them at the time. And the PLI really got started by the senior pastors of those really large congregations saying, who's going to take the reins when we retire? We need to train up this next generation because it's a particular ministry for large congregations. And we still do some of that. We have a program called Senior Leader, and Senior Leader trains senior pastors of medium and large congregations to be leaders of staffs and to do strategic planning and to oversee like fundraising and big capital campaigns and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty particular to a small group of pastors and their spouses that are leading these large congregations. But PLI isn't just for a congregation like that. Now we are rolling out here in 2025 these things we are calling leadership collectives around the country. And it's really, we're looking for two people. We're looking for a seasoned ministry practitioner who has maybe been through the school of hard knocks, maybe is even a graduate of one of PLI's programs, but they've been in ministry for 20 or 30 years, and they're eager to sort of give back and to pour into the next generation, but they're not sure exactly how to do that. Maybe they don't want to go to seminary and get go back to seminary or go back to school and get a PhD and teach at a seminary, but they want to give back right in their local context and they want to stay in their local ministry. PLI is looking for some ministry practitioners like that we can come alongside and give a little training to and say, hey, why don't you be PLI for us in Cleveland or in Knoxville or in Boise or in San Diego?
What are some of the other initiatives that you're rolling out?
The other group of people that we're looking for, I've talked a little bit about already. It's these pastors of either large or small congregations, key ministry leaders, spouses that would say, hey, we sort of need a little bit of a refresher. We need some help, and so would PLI come alongside of us and give us some training? And these two groups of people that we're looking for, we're looking to bring them together, and a lot of them know each other already. So PLI can come in, we'll give you the curriculum, we'll teach you and train you. And the amazing thing is that PLI has some very generous donors who believe in what we're doing. And so PLI used to be pretty expensive for pastors and spouses, and it was subsidized a little bit. And over the years, it got subsidized more and more. Now we're at the place where we really are, for the most part, other than senior leader, large congregations still have some cash to do continuing education for their pastors and spouses. But a lot of small congregations and small church pastors don't have the kinds of funds to pay tuition, and so we're eager to bring the training to them because of our generous donors, and our donors know that the skin in the game. Sometimes people say, "Well, what's the skin in the game for a pastor?" Well, the skin in the game for a pastor is he's pastoring a local congregation, right? The skin in the game for a pastor's spouse is they're serving this congregation, and they're probably being underpaid, and they're probably working way too many hours. Um, and That's the skin in the game. So our donors say they have all kinds of skin in the game. Let's not run the organization on their backs. We'll take care of that. And so, yeah, we're excited for what that means for America.
And you're not just serving pastors and church leaders in the US, you're global.
We are around the world in 5 different regions. We're in Europe and Asia. We're in Southeast Asia. We're in South America and Africa, as well as U.S. and Canada. And so we have work all over the place. I was in Africa and South America last year. Last year, 2024, we trained 17,000 people around the world in PLI's leadership curriculum, how to lead the mission of God. And so we just did a bunch of strategic planning, and we are on a 3-year planning phase to ramp up so that prayerfully by 2030, in 5 years, our dream is that we would train 100,000 people around the world in PLI's missional leadership program. And so that's, yeah, a little bit about PLI.